Okay. You can hear and see me fine. That's good. Okay, let's get started. We are going to start seated. So be seated, Karen. So let's start here. Comfortable seated position. Sit any comfortable position and then just start to roll the shoulders. Just loosen the shoulders here. Very good. Front and back. Nice. And then drop the shoulders. And let's move our neck here, up and down. We start with our upper body warm-ups. Up and down. Very good. Chin to the chest and then chin reaches up. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center. Drop your right ear. Drop the left. So we are doing sides to side. Side to side. And then slowly come back to the center. Turn your head to the right, to the left. Both sides. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center. Let's bring our right hand to the right shoulder. Let's move our right elbow in circles. Nice circles here. Bring it the elbow center and then open the elbow wide as if it's going all the way back. Very good. Nice big circles. Very good. And then let's take it in the opposite way. Opposite circles, and then bring yourself back to the center. Let's take it to the other side. Left shoulder opens. So again, bring the elbow to the center, open it wide. Very good. Open it wide and then opposite circles. Very good. And then gently come back to the center, drop the elbow, drop the arm. Very good. Now from here, let's bring our palms to touch, elbows to touch. Let's open, bring it in. Once again, open, bring it in. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale. Inhale. And let's do that 2 more. Inhale. Very good. Come back to the center, release. Very good. Relax the arms, shake it off. Very good. Now, let's bring up both hands this time. Let's take both the elbows together, open them wide. Both the elbows together, open them wide. Big circles. Nice. And then drop the elbows. Let's take it in the opposite way. Opposite circles. That's nice. And then slowly come back to the center. Bring yourself here. Very good. Nice. Release the shoulders, release the arms. Now, let's stretch our palms out and let's take our wrist joint movement up and down. Up and down. Very good. Up and down. And stop the movement, stretch those palms and let's draw circles. Joint mobilization. We're moving through the wrist joints, okay? Circular movements. Good to see you, Karen, today. Circles and then slowly drop. Release. Shake it off. Very good. Nice. Now, let's take those arms out, palms to the front. Make a tight fist. Open. Once again, tight fist. Open. Tight fist. Open. And let's do that 2 more times. Open. And open. Very good. Now, once you make a tight fist, draw circles. Circular movements. Clockwise and then counterclockwise. Both sides. Circling both the directions. And then slowly release. Shake those arms off. Very good. Let's leave those arms alone for some time. Let's keep our left palm on the mat. Get that tall spine. So if your back starts to collapse, you want to lift your heart, pull the shoulders back, reach that right arm up. Very good. Reach as if you're reaching the ceiling. And then you're going to keep that left palm on the mat, bend that elbow and stretch that right side. as much as you can. Come back up. Once again, stretch that right side. Come back up, side bend. And one more time. Very good. Let's switch. Opposite arm goes up. Now this palm is on the mat. I'm pressing that into the mat. Stretch that side body. I'm reaching through the ceiling here, trying to reach the ceiling. And then stretch and stretch. Very good. Nice. Come back to the center. Let's take a twist. Right palm to the left knee. Lift your heart and twist to the left side, looking over the left shoulder. And then take it to the other side. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Twist. Opposite knee to hold. Twist to the other side. And back to the center. Very good. Come back to neutral. Nice. Now, from here, let's open that right arm out. Take it across the body and you're going to press on the top of that arm, tricep stretch. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. And then slowly open that arm all the way. Back to the center. Let's take it to the left. Left arm goes all the way across and press. Stay here, 2 breaths. And then gently open it back. Release. Very good. Right arm reaches. Bend that elbow. You're going to hold that other hand and try to get that elbow to the midline. Trying to bring that elbow closer. Now, if you can't reach the elbow, you can hold the forearm and give a stretch. You want to stretch that outside of the arm. Very good. Stay there. And then let's switch. Opposite side and switch. And slowly back. Release. Nice. Now, from here, let's take a back bend. We are going to keep our hands behind our hips. And you're going to push that chest front, pull the shoulders back. Very good. Once again, hands behind the back and bend backwards. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Bend backwards, pull the belly front. Once again. And come back. You may not feel that much in seated. We will do other back bends where you'll feel that back bend. Okay. Now let's take one last stretch with our shoulders. Let's do our eagle arms. We're going to open those arms out. And then one arm goes under. And then wrap those arms. Very good. Wrap them real tight as if they're almost stuck there. And then lift those elbows up. There. Keep breathing. Feel that stretch in the inside of shoulders, underarms, maybe even the back muscles. Exhale out. 2 more breaths. Over. Shake it off with these. Let's take it to the other side. So what do you mean by other side? When we do it, when we twist those arms, whichever arm was down, I'm going to bring that up and the other arm goes down. And then wrap it real tight, squeeze it, and then reach those elbows up. And again, keep breathing. One side feels easier than the other. One more breath. And slowly release. Drop those arms. Very good. Let's release the legs. Point and flex the toes. Very good. Now, let's come into tabletop position from here. Okay, let's find our tabletop. So let's come up here. Knees are under the hips. Palms are under the shoulders. Very good. Fingertips, fingers, and palms on the mat. So come into that neutral tabletop position. And then from here, let's take our cat and cow breaths. Okay. So as I inhale, I'm stretching my spine, tucking the tail out. Look up. As I exhale, I pull the center of the spine up. chin to the chest. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull the belly in. Inhale, stretch through the spine. Very good. Exhale, curl the back. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center. Now, from this center, neutral back position, which means I'm not letting my belly drop, not letting it lift up. Neutral position, that's hard for the body. Now, let's stretch that right leg out. Right toes are on the mat, and I'm just going back and forth on that toes. Pressing those toes into the mat, I'm trying to reach the heel. So like a runner's lunge. So I'm stretching through that calf muscles. Very good. And then slowly switch. Let's take it to the other side. Left heel tries to reach the mat. So feel that into the calf muscles. You can also hold that stretch if that feels good. Very good. And then slowly back to the center. Let's do a balancing bird from here. Once you're back to the center, right leg reaches out. If you feel steady enough, opposite arm reaches front. Right leg, left arm. If arm feels too much to balance, you can just do the leg. Very good. Back to the center. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg reaches. Take your time, no rush. Left leg stretches out. If you feel stable, opposite arm. Back to the center. Hands walk to the knees, come up into kneeling. Shake those wrists off. That was a bit of a work, isn't it? Staying in that tabletop position. It sometimes gets challenging, especially for the wrist joints. Okay, so let's circle the wrists, both sides. Very good. And then let's reach the arms up, interlace the fingers and give a stretch. Feel that stretch into the back. Very good. Stay there. And release. Shake it off. Let's take our tabletop one more time. We are going to take our downward facing dog now. That's an inversion. Again, be mindful how it feels. Fingertips, fingers, and palms. Never put the wrist first, okay? Once you place your palms on the mat, let's tuck the toes in. Keep the knees bent. Start to lift the hips up. Push the hips backwards. Lifting the hips back. Very good. Full body stretch. Keep stretching those hips to the back wall. Very good. Stay there. Nice work. Very good. 2 more breaths. Keep pushing those hips up. Feel that stretch into the shoulders, into the legs. When you feel ready to release, slowly lower the knees. And we take our child's pose. Lower the hips to the heels. Take a moment here. Child's pose. Couple breaths. After that inversion. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then slowly come up. And let's come into standing position. So we're going to move into standing, whichever way you want to come up. Very good. Let's find our standing yoga poses, standing stretches. So before we do that, stomp our feet a couple times. Very good. Take a moment to stand comfortably here. So when we stand, we want to put equal weight on both the feet. Okay, so take your time to come here. Once you're here, take a quick peek at your feet. They are nice and parallel, as wide as the hips. Lift the toes, lift the heels. Once again, lift the toes, lift the heels, and then press the heels. Very good. When you feel ready, outer and inner edges, just kind of rolling the outer and inner edges. And then standing nice and tall on all the corners of the feet, which means you're pressing the toes, heels, outer and inner edges of the feet. Once you stand tall, once you stand putting equal weight on the feet, your lower body is nice and strong. What if your upper body starts to give in? What if your upper body is collapsing? So I want you to engage the shoulders, pull those shoulders back and stand taller. So as if my crown is trying to reach up, as if I'm stretching the spine here already, as if this is a yoga pose. This is a yoga pose, right? Tadasana, mountain pose. And it talks about engaging all these core muscles, back muscles, improves the posture, expands the chest. We pull the shoulders back and we stand tall. So I want you to stand here, mountain pose. Keep pressing through both the feet. You can feel that into the legs. And you press the heels, press the toes, you feel into the kneecaps and the thighs. 5 deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Okay? Exhale through the mouth. Very good. Very good. Pull the belly button inside when you exhale. Now, keep those feet anchored. Inhale, arms up. Stretch the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Chest facing front, pull the shoulders back. Very good. Interlace the fingers, stretch the palms out. Bring it in. Once again, stretch the palms out. Nice. Stretch all the way. Stretch, reach, reach. Very good. Come back. Reach the palms up. Reach. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Reach. And 1 more. Very good. And release and relax. Shake it off. Very good. Let's take our side stretch. Arms reach up, interlace the fingers, take a side bend. Now when I'm bending sideways, I'm making sure my feet are nice and anchored. Sideways, press through the feet, come up. Once again, sideways. Very good. And 1 more time. Come back to the center. Very good. Let's take it to the other side. Sideways. Come back up. Sideways. 1 more. And release. Very good. Shake it off. That really gives a nice energy, isn't it? All the movements, right? Now come back to the center. Let's work on our balance to begin with. I'm going to grab our chair. I got my chair back. Yesterday I couldn't find it. I was using some other chair which was taller than, it was kind of taller than this. This is good. This is comfortable. Now let's come here. Feet are wide at the hips. Okay, so we are going to do our tree pose today. Now tree pose is where you work on balance, but then you're also engaging a little hip opening muscles. Okay, so little hip opener there. So let's do that practice before. So let's hold on to the chair, standing on that right leg and open that left knee. Bring it in, open that left knee as much as you can. Very good. So even if you're closer to the mat, you can just open. Right? Open. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Open. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, that was one drill. That was one warm-up. And then we also do our drill where we stop our fall. So we're going to come up on that right leg, stomp that left foot and stop the fall. Stop the fall. Very good. Stop. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 and 2. Very good. Stand taller. Feet are wide at the hips. Keep staring at a point in front of your eyes, something which is not moving. Once you fix your gaze Left hand can go on the hip, right hand can go on the chair. You're going to start standing on that right leg. Left leg goes off the mat and then open that left knee to the left. You can place your left foot across the calf muscle or ankle joint. And then open that left knee outwards. Very good. When you're opening that left knee, if your right hip starts to come forward, push it back in the right place. Keep those hips in the same line. Very good. It's an effort. It's hard for the body. Very good. Stay nice and tall here. Tree pose. You're welcome to move your arms if you'd like. Letting go the chair if it feels stable. So take your time. No rush. Very good. Tiptoeing the fingers. You don't want to let go completely. Very good. Vrikshasana, tree pose. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Bring that knee in. Come back to the center. That's good. That's not easy, isn't it? Who said the tree pose was easy? Right? It's not that simple. There's a lot going on. Our body is going through weird stretches. It tries to compensate by moving in different ways, but we want to keep that stability. Wiggle the legs. You feel the difference into the legs and the hips. Now, really doesn't matter how far you go. If you don't want to let go of the chair, you're still getting that nice hip opening. You're getting that nice stretch. Now, if any of this hurts your knees, hurts your hips, if you had a surgery or injury or anything like that, and the hip opening doesn't feel good, remember you don't want to do that, okay? So you can always just stand on one leg and work on your balance. That's the simple balancing pose. All the other balancing poses are a little bit complex because we do a lot more than just standing on one leg, right? So we always keep shuffling the poses, but you're welcome to modify depending on how you feel that day. Every day is different, right? Come back to the center. Grabbing onto the chair, put them in the other side, or you can just move yourself. Take a moment, feel the difference in the breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale out. Did you notice that your breathing got a little faster, right? It's an effort to the body to hold that. So your breathing gets faster. Heart pumps a little more. Very good. Let's bring our feet wide as the hips. I'm going to hold on to that chair and then open that right hip here. So stand on that left leg, bend that right knee open. Very good. Bend that right knee open. And you can keep it closer to the mat. It doesn't have to go up. Open. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Open. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, let's do that drill which we stop the fall. Okay, so you're going to stand on that left leg. Stop the fall. Very good. Stop. Very good. Let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Come back to the center. Nice. Now, from here, again, no rush to let go the chair, no rush to stand on one leg, one step at a time. Hold on to the chair, right hand can go to the hip. Keep staring at a point. Once you fix your gaze, we are going to let go that right leg off the mat and then open that right knee outwards. Again, it doesn't matter how far you open. Now, I feel that this side is tighter for me, which means my knee doesn't open as much as the other side, and that's okay. Doesn't open as much as it can, and that's okay. Keep breathing. Very good. Stay there. Tall spine. Very good. If it feels okay, we let go the chair. If not, keep holding the chair. Very good. Tall spine. When you're ready, slowly to release, come back to the center. Meet back in neutral. Wiggle the legs, stomp your feet couple times. Feel that into the hips. So one more thing, where you hold your chair really doesn't matter, okay? So I might keep my chair on the right and the left side, but if you feel that keeping the chair in the front is good, feel free to do that, okay? You can keep the chair in the front when we do the balancing poses. I just wanted to say that. Next time I'll remind you of that, okay? Because if you have tremors in one hand and if you move the chair to the other hand, this hand starts to move, right? So if you're having the chair in the front, no matter which side you're doing the tree, you can still hold on to that hand which has tremors and you still get to balance. So if your chair is in the front, whichever side you're doing the tree, you keep that hand which has tremors on the chair. That way your hand doesn't bother. The tremors doesn't come in the way of balance, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's do, we are going to keep modifying that way, whatever works for us. And each one is different. Each one of us is different. Some of us are bothered with the tremors. Some of us are working on the balance. Some of us are working on the tightness. Each of us is at a different place and we keep changing our places every week, isn't it? Every week our body feels a little bit different than what it was before. And sometimes it's towards the good spectrum and sometimes it's not, right? We meet every week and every week is a new day. So we welcome each week and each day as a new day. We don't worry about what happened last week, nor we worry where are we going to be next Friday. It doesn't matter, right? We just worry about now. We worry about today. Let's do this. Let's work on our hip stretches more. So let's come into our forward fold. Everybody loves this one. So let's keep our feet wide. We're going to grab our block. Again, you can use the chair. If you want, you can use the chair. Okay. Let's keep our feet wide. Again, my heels are in the same line. Once I keep my feet here, make sure you're pressing through all the corners of the feet. When you press through all the corners, you're going to feel that in all the leg muscles, not just into the lower back. You're going to feel that into the outer thighs, inside, maybe even in the feet, right? So press through those feet, nice tall spine. You're going to bend through the lower back. So hands on the hips, slowly press through the feet and bend forwards. And then hands go on the block. You can adjust the height of the block. Once you keep your palms on the block, I want you to stretch a little more. So stretch that tailbone away from the ground. So see if you can go a little deeper. And that can also mean adjusting the blocks if you'd like. Lower the height of the blocks, deeper the stretch. If you feel you've already gone enough, you can stay right there. Okay? You can also bring those blocks closer to the body. Very good. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep feeling that stretch. Very good. Stay there. 2 more breaths. Let's stay here. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring our hands to the hips, bend the knees, and press through the feet and slowly come up. So always coming up is challenging. So slowly come up. Very good. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to show you sideways again. Let's do that one more time. You like this stretch, isn't it? This is a good stretch. So let's do that one more time, right? So let's bring our feet here, nice anchor, bending through the lower back. Now, once you're here, hinge forwards. Very good. Nice. Hands can go on the block. Keep stretching, feeling that deep stretch. Very good. Really doesn't matter how flexible you feel. What matters is you feel a nice stretch into the back and the leg muscles. 2 more breaths here. Stay there for 2 more breaths. And then when you feel ready to release, we are going to bring our hands to the hips, bend those knees and press through the feet to come up. You can also come up with the support. Back to the center. That feels good. Very good. That was flexion. That was nice stretch to the whole back side. Let's do a complementary back bend. Okay, so we are going to take our back bend. So let's keep our feet wide. Hands go on the hips, fingers pointing front. Let's bring our elbows back and bend backwards. Come back up. And you can also use the chair, Karen, to just hold the chair and stretch. Okay, so if you don't feel stable without any support, you can always have a chair or a table and just kind of bend that backwards. You can always do that. Very good, George. Let's do that 2 more times. Bend backwards, pull the shoulders back. Very good. Pull those hips front, chest front, bend backwards. Very good. Nice. Is that comfortable with the chair? That chair might be a little taller. Kitchen counter might be a good place.
Yeah.
Right? So you can try this in the kitchen counter or a dining table, but something which is nice and sturdy. You don't want to hold on to something which will move. So a nice strong table or a countertop, and you're just pretty much holding it and then trying to push that belly front and bend backwards. So that way you feel that back bend, but you're also getting that support. You can also do it sitting in the chair. If you're sitting in the chair, you can just hold on to the chair and bend backwards. So you're pretty much getting the similar back bend what you would get in static. It would be a little restricted, but you're still sitting, so you're not worrying about falling down. You come to the top of the chair and bend backwards. So this is a modification you can do while sitting. Okay, you don't have to do it. I'm just showing you, but you can always use those modifications. Very good. Now let's come down to the mat. Slowly coming down. Very good. And I'm adjusting my hips here. I kind of wiggle through the space. Adjust your hips, sitting nice and tall. Very good. Now, once you're here, let's do our half butterfly stretch. Now, this is again the same hip opener what we did in the tree pose. So similar stretch to the hips. Let's bend our right knee. As your knee gets comfortable, bring it closer, as close as it feels okay. Heel comes closer to the body. And then we're going to open and close, just up and down. Right knee opens and closes. Sorry, right knee raises up and down. You can hold on to that knee and do it. Very good. Let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to move that much, as it moves. 4. Let's switch. Again, holding on to that left knee, open. Open. Very good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Release. Very good. You feel that into the hip joints, lower back?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Let's bring both the feet closer. This might be harder, as much as it feels okay. Very good. Now, up and down. Very good. Up and down. Two more times. 1 and 2. Now, let's open those knees. Keeping those feet closer. You can hold on to the ankles or the feet. And let's sit taller here. The moment you start to lift your back here, the knees start to drop to the mat. You're already feeling the stretch. You're not even doing anything, but you feel the stretch, right? Now see if you can engage those knees to go towards the mat, as if they're trying to reach the mat. Maybe they won't today. Maybe next week they will. I'm just kidding. But we are trying to pull those knees away from the body towards the mat. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. This is bound angle, but the Konasana. Beautiful hip stretch. It's known to be very effective to bring fresh blood to the lower abdomen, hip joints, keep your hips flexible. So if it's not hurting, if it feels good stretch, then you want to keep doing this to keep your hips nice and strong and moving. Now, we are going to come into a little forward bending here. So keeping those feet closer, bending forward. So either you can just hinge forwards. If that feels too much tightness, what you can do is just bring those blocks and just kind of hinge forward, or even kind of move those blocks front. Very good. If you want, you can just hold the feet and bend forwards. If that is feeling too tight, you can just reach your arms and just take that bend. Very good. 2 more breaths. And then slowly come up. Bring your knees closer. Release. Shake it off. Point and flex. You're feeling okay with this stretch? Yeah? Okay. Come back here. Now your legs are stretched out straight here. We are going to take a spinal twist. Okay? So for twisting, you can either just twist with both the legs out. You can keep your right palm behind and twist. If you feel good bending the knee, we are going to do it with the knee bend. Okay? If you feel good this way, right knee bends. Keep your legs closer to each other. And then right palm opens, and we are going to hug that right knee and twist to the right side. Very good. Looking over the right shoulder. So I'm moving my right shoulder out. If this feels too much, you can always keep those legs stretched out straight and feel the twist. Whichever feels good. Bending the knee gives a little more pressure on the abdomen. Keep that knee upright. Very good. Stay there. 2 more breaths. And back to the center. Very good. That feels like a massage to the back. Back, release. We did to the right side. Let's do it to the other side. Okay, I'm going to bend my left knee now. Whichever side I'm bending, twisting, that's the knee I'm bending. Okay, same side. Whichever side you're doing, hold that left palm behind, hug that left knee and twist. Looking over the left shoulder. More breaths. And then back to the center. Release. Very good. Come back to the center. Let's lower ourselves on the mat. You can either engage the core and gently come down. If this feels too much for your back, you can support the elbow and come down. Whichever feels good. Slowly come down. Coming down here, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale. Very good. Slowly bend the knees. Very good. Bring your knees into the chest. And rock side to side. Rocking side to side. Very good. And then drawing circles with the knees. So keeping the knees together, draw circles. Opposite side. And back to the center. Hug the knees closer. Very good. And release the feet on the mat. Release the feet on the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Palms are on the mat. So we are going to do our leg raising here, engaging the core, one leg at a time. So let's stretch out the right leg here. Right leg is released on the mat. Now palms are on the mat. Slowly lift that right leg up. Point the right toes and gently come down. Once again, right leg goes up. Bring it down. Stretch your right leg up. Point the toes. Slowly lower it all the way. Keeping that right leg straight. We're not bending the knees. Right leg up. Bring it down. 2 more times. Very good. And then bend that right knee. Right foot on the mat. Let's release that left leg on the mat. Left leg reaches up. Point the toes. Slowly come down. I'm going to switch and do the left leg same way. Very good. Bring it down. Left leg up. Beautiful. 2 more times. And back to the center. Left foot on the mat. Very good. Now, from here, keep those palms on the mat. If you want, you can slide them under the glutes, under the buttocks. Keep your legs together and let's lift both the legs up. Let's lift both the legs up here. Legs up the wall. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. And then slowly lower the legs. Release. Exhale out completely. 2 more breaths here. Very good. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to repeat that legs up the wall and then we are going to move into our wind-free pose from there. So before we do our wind-free pose, bring your legs together, lift both the legs up, just like before. Just like the previous one, lift both the legs, point through the toes as if they are reaching to the ceiling. Very good. Now slowly bend the knees, hug those knees with your arms, and then exhale, nose comes closer to the knees, forming yourself into a small ball. Two more breaths. Gently release head, neck, and shoulder. Release the feet on the mat. Take a moment. Feel the difference in the breathing in the back muscles. Very good. Now, from here, let's take our bridge pose breathing. So we are bending and we're coming into a back bend and breathing with it. So let's keep our feet on the mat. Walk them closer to the hips. And then keeping your palms on the mat, we're going to press through the palms and feet. Lift into bridge and bring it down. Now inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. Very good. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very good. Inhale up. Exhale down. One last time. Very good. Lower the bridge. That's again a very good back bend. It opens up the chest. We are going to do that bridge pose again. This time we are going to hold that back bend. Keep breathing, but holding the pose. So when you're ready, if it feels okay, you can hold, or you can do up and down 4 more times. You can also slide a block. Let's press through the feet, palms, lift the belly up. Coming into bridge pose. Let's say stay here. Keep breathing. Very good. 2 more breaths. Gently lower. Release. Release the legs. Take a moment. Notice the changes in the breathing. Good. Now let's bend our knees. Let's keep our feet as wide as the mat. Open the arms at the shoulder level. We're going to do our windshield wipers from here. Let's do our windshield wipers. Knees drop to the right and to the left. Very good. Knees drop to the right and left. And when the knees drop to the left, turn your head to the right and then switch. Very good. Switch and switch. Knees drop to the right, head turns to the left. Very good. And then come back to the center. Very good. Now, from here, let's drop our knees to the left, turn your head to the right. Let's stay there. Keep breathing. Coming into spinal twisting. Slowly come up and let's switch. So I'm going to switch the knees to the other side. So knees drop to the right now. Turning your head to the left. And then slowly come up, release, come back to the center. Release the arms, walk your feet closer, bring your knees into the chest. Bring them closer to the chest, closer to each other, and then rocking side to side again. Just giving a little massage in between. And then when you feel ready, let's come into happy baby pose. So again, holding on to the ankles or big toes and rocking side to side. Whichever feels good. Also go behind the knees. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. When you're ready, bend the knees, bring the knees into the chest, and slowly release the feet. Coming into final resting pose. Legs go wide, arms away from the body, palms facing up. Very good. Close your eyes. You can have a bolster or a pillow under the knees or a pillow for the head. Let the shoulders drop. Let the lower back relax. So wiggle through any parts which feel tighter, as if they are tightening and not letting go. You can give them a slight movement and release. Close your eyes. Let the whole body relax. Completely relax. Nothing matters. Just being here, present moment with your body, with your breathing. Removing all other thoughts from the mind, just being aware of the breathing. Inhales and exhales. Continue to watch your breath. Might feel same, monotonous, or it might feel different each time. Let the whole body relax. Coming into a deep relaxation technique. Part by part relaxation of the body. With eyes closed, relax the toes, arches, heels. Relax the ankle joint, the calf muscles. Relax the knee joint. Relax the thighs, front and the back and the sides. Relax the hip joints. Release the tightness in the glutes or the buttocks. Drop them on the mat. Let the whole body relax. Bring your attention to the lower back, middle back, and the upper back. Relax the shoulders, arms, and the elbows. Forearms and the wrist joints. Palms and the fingers. Entire arms are relaxed. Bring your attention to the neck region. Relax the chest and the abdomen. Notice the abdominal breathing. Bring your awareness to the neck muscles again and then relax the jaw. Relax the cheeks, the chin, the eyes, the forehead. The whole body is completely relaxed. From the crown to the toes. Whole body. The whole body. Relax and release. Completely relax. To deepen this relaxation, we introduce the chant of Om in our practice. We always chant out Om throughout the exhalation. And we stretch the sound as long as we exhale. With regular practice, this sound energy helps to calm the mind, relax the deeper tensions, and also helps to deepen our breathing. Inhaling for Om, inhale. Om. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. Om. 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 One last time. Inhale. Om. 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 Without disturbing this peace, relaxation, we bring movements to the fingers and toes. Head turn side to side. And when you feel ready, bend the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side or doing windshield wipers, whichever feels good. Welcoming any stretch that feels good to come out of stillness. And then we are going to slowly turn to the right side. Stay there for a few breaths. And come up. Couple shoulder rolls, neck moves side to side, just to loosen any tightness. And then bring your hands to the heart. Take a moment. Gratitude for this practice, for this body. With its wisdom and strength, resilience it has shown over years. Gratitude for the family, friends, and the support in the community. Bringing our hands to the third eye, healing thoughts. Hands to the lips, healing words, and hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you two in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Drop the palms. Make a cup of your hands on the eyes. And then when you feel ready, release. Open your eyes. Thank you for joining today.